So the four biggest problems I see with retirement plans, number one, there's no guarantees, no predictability, no guarantees.
Mm-hmm.
Traditional retirement plans are based on things you can't control, like what your investments are going to be worth. I have no control over that, even as a certified financial planner professional. No individual knows the future. My crystal ball hasn't been shipped by Amazon just yet. So
we're working on that one. That'll be a private label product.
Hey, dude, that'd be so private. I would love to chat with you about that. That'd be awesome. So the second thing I have no control over is how long I'm going to live. I don't know how long my money needs to last in retirement. Yeah. So that's an impossible formula to solve. And then third, what are tax rates going to be in my retirement over the next 30, 40, 50 years?
Yeah.
I just don't know. If I don't know those answers, then there's no way I can absolutely have a plan, right? It's gambling. It's just, let's be clear about what it is. It's just gambling.
Yeah.
So the first problem is that there's no guarantees, no predictability in our quote retirement plans like 401ks.
Man.
You know, in fact, the average Wall Street game is to tell you how much you should take out of your 401k. This is what they used to call the 4% rule. So for most people who have a 401k, your investment advisor will typically tell you to take 4% of your nest egg out of your 401k. Now they've actually revised that down to only 2.8%. You know, so let's say 3% of our 401k. So what does that mean? Well, Ryan, it means if I have $1 million in my 401k, $1 million bucks, that means I can safely take 30 grand a year out of my 401k without running out of money over my retirement years. That's the millionaire lifestyle.
Yeah.
Today,
wow.
You know? And that's a taxable dollar amount. So 30 grand will look suspiciously like 22,000 bucks after taxes are taken out, right?
Which is not very much money.
Yeah, come on. I mean, what's 22 grand going to buy us, right? So that's the first problem, is that there's no guarantees. And even that only leaves us a 1 in 10 shot that we might still run out of money in our retirement years, even if we do that nominal withdrawal rate. So what does this mean? It means Wall Street is a terribly inefficient way to live on passive income, right?
Yeah.
You've been teaching in your show incredible ways to build powerful, long-lasting streams of income. I would like to contend, as a certified financial planner who's been classically trained in this, that Wall Street is not an efficient means of getting to the kind of stuff you guys are talking about on the show. So we can get into the math on that, but that's one of the big things. The second thing I'd say most traditional retirement plans have going against them is that fees are devouring what little we still have in those 401ks. According to the Department of Labor, if you just have a 1% a year fee on your 401k, you're going to see a third of your savings in that 401k gobbled up by the different fees. A third. Yeah.
Wow, because it happens every year because it's 1% per year.
Right. Yeah. So over a 35-year period, a third of your income basically is gone. Yeah. It makes it doesn't sound like a lot at first, but 1% a year becomes quite a bit over time. And the average IRA, the average 401k is closer to a 1.5% or 2% fee. The third problem is we have no access or very little access to our money in these IRAs, 401ks. That's my third biggest complaint with retirement accounts is, hey, we've got to live life before we're 59 and a half years old. And that's the weird age that most retirement plans let you get access to this cash. Until then, they slap you with penalties and taxes. So for your businesses, your Amazon business, or any other need you might have, your kids' college, you just can't touch that cash. It's locked up.
It's like in prison.
Right on. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. In fact, you have to pay a bail bond just to get your money out, called a penalty. Yeah. The fourth and final thing, and then I'll hush for a while, is
no, you're good. This is good stuff.
Right on. You're sitting on a ticking tax time bomb when you have a tax deferred plan. I always say, what does the word deferred mean? We have to define these words again, right? So deferred, when I hear the word tax deferred retirement account, it feels good. Like a 401k, tax deferred plans feel sophisticated, smart. But honestly, the word deferred just means put off until later.
Yeah. Kicking a can down the road, right?
Right. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like, do I want to defer my root canal? Is that a good idea? So, the problem gets worse the longer we put it off. And most people I talk with, believe, and I agree with them, that taxes will be higher in the future than they are today. Even if they're only 1% higher, Ryan, think about this. Mathematically speaking, it makes more sense for you to pay your taxes today if taxes go up by even 1% in your retirement years, mathematically, right? Wow. And guess what? Final thought here. We already know the year and the day that taxes are going up on us if Congress doesn't act. It's the end of the year, December 31st, 2025. What is that? That's 5 years from now, whatever, 6 years from now. Yeah. So we've got this window. We're in the lowest taxes of possibly our lifetime. You know, so if everything's on sale, if taxes are on sale, I'd rather pay my taxes now before taxes get higher. So that's the fourth and final problem.
I love that analogy.